The vampire courtship that masquerades as romantic destiny is not merely a paranormal trope for supernatural seduction, but a profound negotiation demanding you confront the predatory dynamics embedded in every immortal vow and blood bond. And true partnership requires not accepting eternity through fated submission alone, but integrating the weight of your own mortality until love becomes an act of radical consent rather than performative immortality. In All's Fair in Love and Blood, Jennifer Peel transforms the vampire romance trope into precise exploration of feminine sovereignty and embodied accountability, proving liberation isn't found in being turned, it's forged in honoring the woman beneath the bite, when every undead expectation demands she remain either willing donor or eternal consort. From Candlelight and Iron Gate narration, listeners enter worlds where hunger is syntax and presence is the only unbreakable vow. Perfect for fans of emotionally intelligent paranormal romance, where female complexity defies thrall or slayer binaries. When Alara Vance enters vampire society expecting glamorous transcendence, she discovers Julian Thorne's commanding restraint mirrors the exact suppression he's endured beneath centuries of performative dominance, and his quiet refusal to enforce traditional blood bond hierarchies creates space for connection, defying immortal protocol. Navigating supernatural politics and buried attractions, Alara realizes this courtship isn't about possession, but recalibration, with Peel avoiding reducing Alara to naive initiate or Julian to brooding archetype, instead crafting radical reciprocity within constraint, where trust is earned through honoring boundaries even as instinct blurs them. And audiobook narration amplifies this alchemy by capturing Alara's disciplined composure fracturing into clarity, and Julian's guarded intensity revealing warmth beneath vigilance, making listeners feel seismic shifts of souls learning some bonds can only be claimed when you stop letting forever define their validity. What elevates this beyond typical vampire fare is portraying immortal intimacy as somatic practice rather than romanticized transgression, with Alara confronting how vampire culture equated worth with utility, while Julian creates sanctuary where her contradictions exist without diminishment, their relationship evolving through shared silences during moonlit negotiations, bypassing performance, rhythms protecting both emotional integrity and psychological safety, and mutual defense against covens mistaking tenderness for weakness, supported by fellow supernaturals encoding suppressed longing, elders carrying intergenerational weight, and the night itself absorbing millennia of unspoken bargains, reinforcing that in extraction-based systems, tenderness toward process is technique, and presence is sustainable resource, with feeding rituals mirroring emotional attunement and blood oaths becoming metaphors for earned trust. For audiobook listeners, this production is immersive descent into sacred reclamation, with narrators embodying Alara and Julian with remarkable distinction, sound design anchoring existential stakes through distant clock tower chimes, rain against manor eaves, and hushed breath syncing with moments of clarity, pacing mirroring revelatory cadence from deliberate reflection to surging awakenings, ultimately redefining vampire romance by centering female epistemology within immortal frameworks, and affirming that sometimes the most powerful act is choosing to love on your own terms, honoring whole self even in landscapes shaped by eternity.